You reach into a cabinet and swallow a pill. The pain fades in 20 minutes. You don't think about it again. But that pill is the end of a story that started 300,000 years ago. And the real answer is far stranger than you think. Your ancestors had no pharmacies, no germ theory, no idea that invisible organisms could kill them, yet somehow they learned to stop bleeding, fight infection, and dull pain using only what grew around them. How did people with no science do something that still saves your life today? The answer starts with animals. Long before humans wrote anything down, they watched other creatures heal themselves. Chimpanzees swallow bitter leaves whole to scrape parasites from their gut. Elephants seek out specific trees before giving birth. The same trees local healers later used for the same purpose. Scientists call this zoopharmacognosy, animals using nature as medicine. Early humans were surrounded by these demonstrations every day, so they copied what worked. Trial and error was brutal, but relentless. If a fever broke after eating a plant, that plant got remembered. If bark eased a toothache, it got passed down. Mothers taught daughters, daughters taught their own children. Over tens of thousands of years, an entire body of knowledge built up. Not written, just remembered. You can still see traces of this past. In 2007, researchers studying a Neanderthal skeleton in Spain found dental plaque containing chamomile and yarrow. Neither tastes good. Neither is very nutritious, but both calm inflammation and settle the stomach. 50,000 years ago, something in that mind connected plant to relief. Now picture a deeper wound. A hunter gashes his leg on a rock. Today, that's urgent care and antibiotics. Back then, infection was often a death sentence. So what did they do? Archaeologists have found chewed poplar bark in ancient dental calculus containing salicin, the compound your aspirin is built from. They've found honey used as a wound dressing, and modern science confirms its acidity makes it genuinely antibacterial. They've found moss packed into wounds, still praised today for its absorbency. None of these people understood bacteria. They simply noticed one thing: wounds treated this way didn't rot, didn't kill as often. That observation is the seed of every hospital you've ever entered. Pain relief followed the same path. Willow bark eased fevers across Sumer, Egypt, and Greece thousands of years before a chemist refined it into aspirin. The Ebers Papyrus, an Egyptian text from around 1550 BCE, lists over 700 remedies, including instructions for wounds, broken bones, and what appears to be depression. 700 remedies, written before microscopes existed. Here's what reframes everything. This wasn't random guesswork. It was closer to applied science, run across entire lifespans instead of a lab. Every survivor became proof a treatment worked. Every death became a reason to try something else. Multiply that across thousands of generations, and you get something startlingly close to the scientific method, just running at the speed of a whole species. This matters to you directly. Roughly a quarter of modern pharmaceuticals trace back to a plant compound first identified by someone with no formal training at all. Morphine comes from the poppy, used since ancient Sumer. Quinine, vital against malaria, comes from a South American tree bark indigenous peoples already relied on. Digitalis, still prescribed for heart conditions, comes from foxglove, used by folk healers centuries before anyone understood how the heart worked. You are not separate from this history. Every pill you take stands on the trial and error of people who had nothing but attention and desperation to guide them. And here's what should unsettle you. These healers never ran controlled experiments, but treatments that survived tended to be the ones that actually worked, because the ones that failed simply stopped being used. Natural selection wasn't only shaping bodies back then, it was shaping knowledge too. Bad medicine died with the people who trusted it. Good medicine got remembered, refined, and eventually handed to you in a small bottle with a child-proof cap. So next time you take a painkiller or dab antiseptic on a cut, consider what you're holding. It isn't just modern chemistry. It's the refined result of a process older than writing, older than agriculture, older than civilization itself. It began with a herding person, a strange-tasting plant, and a stubborn hope that this time it might help. You reach into a cabinet and swallow a pill. But it didn't start there. It started 300,000 years ago with someone just like you in pain, refusing to give up.